Hi everyone, it's Rebecca, Virginia, and today I'm going to be showing you how I take simple Dollar Tree spring items and upgrade them using my Cricut Joy Xtra to make them look more personalized and intentional. I'm doing small things like custom labels, little design details, and small touches that make everything feel more me and less like a Dollar Tree item. Thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. First up, I'm kind of calling it a fairy garden in a teacup. I found these teacups at my local thrift store, and definitely when it gets warmer out, when it's truly spring, I'm going to fill these with soil and put in some of my herbs. I want to have a little herb garden this spring for sure, and I'm using my Cricut Joy Xtra to create the labels. I just showed you in the video pop up to the left, I have a whole YouTube short on how I made the custom labels using my Cricut Joy Xtra. Again, I am going to turn these into my herb garden, but for now, since we've still got snow on the ground, I had to do some fake items. So I did take some Dollar Tree succulents, also some of the Dollar Tree fairy items for the fairy garden. I thought those were really cute, so I tucked those down into the teacup. Added a little bit of Spanish moss so we could have that fake dirt while everything is still cold outside. I am just manifesting spring here in these DIYs. And then I also tucked in a little bit of baby's breath. If you need something a little bit more durable than the craft paper that I used in my herb markers, I made some different ones. So this is just taking some popsicle sticks, I painted them white, and then I used my Cricut Joy Xtra to write out the different names of the herbs, place those on the top, and once it's spring and you have got your herb garden planted, you can tuck those down into the soil. You can also add a layer of waterproof Mod Podge if these are not going to be in a covered area. I saw this wood crate in the Dollar Tree Plus section, and I thought for $5 it was a really good deal. I definitely think when it completely warms up, I'm going to add in a liner and some soil and turn it into a flower box. But for the time being, I kind of did it as a garden present. You can give this to someone. I know we have Mother's Day. It's a while away, but it is coming up. Or if you just wanted to give someone something to look forward to this spring, this is a fun way to make over a Dollar Tree item. This did come unfinished, so I grabbed a little bit of brown stain, just lightly stained the whole flower box, and I loved this design I found on Cricut Design Space. I thought it had really pretty flowers on it, so I did use some white vinyl and just adhere that to the sides. I am so happy that the Cricut Joy Xtra allows the print then cut feature. I got this sticker paper and I do not have a fancy printer at all. It was easily under $100 from Amazon. It is nothing special, but the sticker paper by Cricut is thin enough that it easily went through my printer. I was a little bit worried about that. Again, it's not a fancy one, so I didn't want it to get stuck. After I printed it out, you'll see it has those dark black markers, which is how the Cricut Joy Xtra is able to detect exactly where the stickers are. Then you just place it right into your machine, and because it has a sensor on it, it is going to be able to detect your sticker cut, and everything worked out perfectly. For 99 cents, I found this bouquet wrap at my local grocery store, which I thought was a great deal. So I used that to wrap some flowers that I picked up again at my local grocery store and had to use those floral stickers. So I found one that was a little bit neutral. We had the pink that matches the garden sign I placed in there and the nice white background. So I just placed that as a nice little touch, especially if you were gifting this to someone. I think it just adds that small detail that can really make a big difference. I used to love making fairy jars as a kid. It was one of my favorite things that my mom and I did. So I wanted to recreate that memory and make some thrifted fairy jars of my own. First, you got to start off with your fairy. I found this fairy image in Design Space and used my Cricut Joy Xtra and some black vinyl to cut her out. They have lots of different fairy options, and I'll also leave linked down below all of the different images that I've used in today's tutorial and my Design Space link. I even did, I believe a year or two ago, a leprechaun jar DIY, which is really fun for St. Patrick's Day. I've only done one St. Patrick's Day video. I'll link it down below and I'll also insert a photo. Next, I have seen lots of people do different techniques when it comes to fairy jars. Some of them just immediately go in with the glitter, but I like to add a layer of white tissue paper. I think it gives a nice opaque look, and I actually like the wrinkles that kind of form in the tissue paper. I just think it makes it look kind of more distressed and rustic and something that a fairy would actually be living in. I don't know. I don't think that they would live in a perfect jar. I think their jar would be messy with all the little woodland treasures that they bring in. I don't know. That's where that's where my mind goes. Then once you lay your white tissue paper on, you're going to go over it with one more layer of Mod Podge. And here's the fun part. This is when you get to add your glitter. You can use as much or as little as you like. I'm using some white glitter from Dollar Tree, but you could go in there with some colored glitter, some gold to look like pixie dust, or maybe some blue. Really have fun with decorating your jar. My other fairy jar, which again, I already mentioned it, but I am going to show it at the end of the video. I made very woodland. I put leaves on all around. So this one, I wanted more of that distressed kind of rustic look. So I'm going around it with some nautical rope that, of course, I got from Dollar Tree. And then I also had these wood cutouts of butterflies. I've had them for about a year. Picked them up in the Crafter's Square section and wasn't sure what I was going to use them with, but my silhouette of the fairy, she is kind of holding or touching her hand out to a butterfly. So I thought this would be the perfect tie-in. I placed some jute around the wood cutout of the butterfly, just threaded it through, and then tied it in the back into place. How cute is my puppy? He's always so curious on what I'm crafting, so I had to include that blooper in the video too. Also, I forgot to mention it earlier, but these were Yankee Candle jars and they were $1 at my thrift store. This might be my most exciting find that I found from Cricut. They now have printable iron-on vinyl, which I think is so cool. I could not wait to test it out. I picked up a flower sack towel at the Dollar Tree in the kitchen section, and then this adorable design on Cricut Design Space. I printed it out on my printer. Again, this is not a fancy printer, so I was a little bit worried that, again, the paper might be too thick, but it's not. It's barely any thicker than regular printer paper. I printed out the design, and then it kind of acts like a print then cut. You put it into your Cricut Joy Xtra. It is able to sense exactly where your design is. It cuts it out for you, and then you just apply heat to adhere it onto, in this case, my tea towel. I was just so amazed by this. Another weird thing, you don't put on the mirror feature. I am so used to anytime I'm doing iron on to make sure that mirror section is on so the design flips backwards. If I were to use regular iron on vinyl, you can see all the different colors in this design. I would have to do so much layering and have to use so many different colors of the iron on vinyl. So the print then cut iron on vinyl is seriously a game changer for me, and I can't wait to play around with it a little bit more. I have done so many different bee-themed DIY videos over the years. It is no secret that I absolutely adore bees. So I saw this watering can. It's really a spritzer at the Dollar Tree. It's made of glass. I thought it was plastic at first, but it is glass. I thought it was so gorgeous. It's in the gardening section, usually at the front of the Dollar Tree. And I loved it as is, but with that honey color, I thought there would be nothing better than putting on some little honeybees all over it. Again, I used my Cricut Joy Xtra to cut out my bees. Although they do have smart materials for the Joy Xtra, you can also just use your regular vinyl and your typical cutting mat. That's what I did here. I had some scrap white vinyl, so that's what I decided to go with. You might have thought that I would use black for the honeybees, and I definitely thought about it, but I thought the white would just pop better against this yellow background, and I'm definitely glad that I did. I think this looks so gorgeous. And those little teacup plants that I made earlier, again, when I do end up filling those with soil and my herbs and make my little teacup herb garden, I think this would be the perfect little spritzer to water them. I think it'll be so cute. I can't wait to go out there when it gets warmer and spritz my herbs. I think it'll be really nice. Let me know in the comments down below what the weather is like where you are currently at. Do you guys have snow, or is it starting to warm up for you? I'm sure you are just like me and counting down the days until we actually have some warmer spring weather and all of those gorgeous flowers start blooming. I don't know about you all watching this, but I cannot craft, paint, really do anything with my hair down. I have always got to have it pulled up. So when I was checking out the Dollar Tree aisles, I always like to see what they have in the makeup and hair section, and saw these really adorable claw clips. I really liked the colors. They're kind of like a pearly white and then a softer pink, but I thought it'd be really fun to give them a little bit of a spring makeover. And yes, once I finished these, I was wearing them while I was doing the rest of my spring projects kind of to get in the spirit there. I cut out using my cutting machine, of course, and some vinyl. I have my strawberries that I decided to do on the pink claw clip, and then on that lighter one, it's really like a pearly color. I thought these were really nice for Dollar Tree. They are definitely stepping up their game when it comes to the hair and makeup supplies. I decided to do just some nice spring florals on them. I know you can buy these kind of similar on Amazon, but they're usually $8 or $9. So I thought by just using my Cricut supplies and these Dollar Tree items, I was really able to upscale them to look like something that you might buy in a boutique. For the little seeds on the strawberries, I did go in with my Sharpie and just made little dots all over to add those. If you try any spring crafts like this, I would love to know what you make. Put it down in the comments down below. It honestly makes my day hearing about all of the projects that you guys are making. And if you are interested in the Cricut Joy Xtra or anything I mentioned in today's video, make sure to visit Cricut.com, and I will also have a design space link and all of the materials linked down below. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep searching, keep creating.